Hi. Hi. Hello. 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 Now you know what you're supposed to have, but I'm not gonna say. I was supposed to have this video some time ago, and here we are. Please forgive me if you follow, then you know, and if you don't follow, make sure you subscribe. You should be subscribing. Subscribe, because we talk about a lot of fabulous things here. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about top 5 reasons you have no clients. So 5 reasons why you don't have any clients or little to no clients. I'm not going to make this a long video because some people like the long videos, but some people look for videos where you get straight to the point. So today I'm just going to get straight to the point. But you know how that can go. You know how that can go. So let me get into it. Number 1, and I'm going to take these, I'm not even going to say that one is more important than the other, but we'll see as we get to talking about them. But the number 1 thing that I wanted to talk about was, you guessed it, being in a very odd location. Being in an odd location, you guys, can affect your business. It will affect your business. My very first salon, I scouted and scouted and scouted. It took me, like I said before, it took me almost 2 years to get my business fully open, because I took a lot of time to make sure that I was in a good location that fit the type of clientele I was looking to serve. That's very important. When picking a location, you want to make sure you're not just taking a place because somebody said, oh, we need a nail tech, and y'all know how I feel about that. You have to make sure the location is good. When I first moved back here from Chicago, I went and opened up a second storefront right away. The problem was finding a place that would allow me to do what I was doing because of the zoning. And because there are so many salons and churches, it was difficult. So, let me tell you, I make a lot of these same mistakes, and I know better. But when you're frantic, you'll just jump on things. So I was looking for a commercially zoned area. I ended up getting a spot that was affordable. It's a commercially zoned area, but it was not on the side of town that I was familiar with, nor none of my clients had a reason to come over that way. I got it because it fit what I was trying to do, and I wanted to hurry up. So I got the space, and of course people came, but I noticed that even my most loyal clients were coming to me only because it's like, girl, you better be glad it's you, sort of thing. But I also noticed, and I think that, they were also going other places that were more convenient, because the place that I was in, like I said, it was far off from where most of my clientele lived. They had no reason to come to that area or that side of town, and it was an odd street to get to. Here in Chicago, everybody's used to driving east to west or north to south, so everything is straight on a grid. And that particular street is on an angle. And so I noticed that here in Chicago, people are, get on Chicago Beauty Source. But in Chicago, people get a little nervous when they get on those curved streets. Now, if you live in other cities or states, that's normal to you. But here in Chicago, I did not take into account that most of my clients, they get nervous. And so when I was on that street, it threw a lot of people off. And I know that that was one of the things that hindered my clientele from growing as fast as it should. Also, even with new clients and Groupons and all that, because I was doing that at first, which just because you heard me say Groupon, don't think you should run out and do a Groupon. Go find my video on should you run a Groupon, okay? And that's that. But anyway, people would be late coming to the appointment. People would show up super late. Or some people would get so frustrated trying to get to where I was because of that angle street. It threw them off. And they would not even show up or just cancel on me, you know. And at that time, it was just like, what could you do? I had to be way more lenient because I was new and I was trying to build. And I know for a fact that that location is what hurt me. So that's why I say that is one of the top 5 reasons why you have little to no clientele. You're in an odd location. You need to do an assessment of the location that you are in. Is it accessible? Some people want to be in popular areas because that's what everybody talks about. But if there's no parking, or it's a situation where people got to pay for parking, pay for meters and things, that could be a deterrent. Because there's another popular location that I was going to go into. Actually, it's the same location that the TV show Black Ink Shecago, in that building. And I went there twice, and I was going to get it because that's a popping spot. But they changed things. There is no accessible parking. People will have to be on a meter. The building itself, you got to go up all these stairs. The elevator never works. I know that for a fact. It never works. And the building is like a huge warehouse. It used to be, I forgot what it used to be. I think they said they used to slaughter pigs there or something. But although it was popular and people would have came just because of where it was, I know that to have a sustainable clientele, most people wouldn't have put up with that. They would have been keeping their eye out for another option because I would have been making it too difficult. And then on top of that, you know, with those meters, now I'm charging people, basically costing them money because now they got to pay on a meter. So while the location was popular and it would have been a draw, but only to customers and not to clientele. Clientele would have quickly got sick of that. Okay? It's okay to do it for a tattoo shop like Black Ink Crew because those people are just coming for a tattoo once a year, twice a year. But clientele, that's not something they want to deal with for weeks and weeks and weeks, you know, every other week or whatever, where they're trying to find parking. They got to pay for parking, or they got to keep looking at their watch while they're getting their service because they don't want to get a ticket. And I knew that that would become a problem because, you know, people would run over their time or not put enough time in or whatever, or not read the sign or the meter or misread it. And then funny enough, even if it's that client's fault, they will start to fault you. They'll feel some sort of way towards you about it, even though it was their fault. They'll have some sort of underlying saltiness with you. So I chose not to go that route. And I went and looked at that space twice. So that's number 1. You're in an odd location, a difficult location. You got to make sure. And even now, you guys know I'm looking to purchase, and I am questioning all my clients. Would you come here? Would you come there? Would you come here? Would you come there? And they're like, yeah, that's nothing. I just want to make sure because I am looking at certain areas. I'm scouting certain areas, but I don't want to go so far off that they're like, oh, I got to find somebody else. I know my regulars, 15-year regulars would come still, but those newer regulars, it takes time to build. You can have a bond with them, but you go too far off, the bond is not that tight like you think. One of my clients, when I asked her, would you go over here if I were to move here? She said, yeah. She said, now my last nail tech, however, and I was like, do tell. Oh, wait, it's not one. I said, do tell. And she was like, yeah. I called her for an appointment, and she said, oh, I'm in a new location. She said she gave me that address. It was way on a whole nother side of town where you got to get on the expressway and get on another expressway to go west. And she was like, I wasn't going all the way out there. She said, and that's when I got right back online and I found you. So that's when I found out. That's how I got that client, because that nail tech assumed that she was so good and so in there that her clients would follow her everywhere. And if you go too far off the grid, or your location is too difficult to get to, or you got to pay to park and things like that, they're not going to deal with it. They may try you once, maybe twice. They're going to start getting annoyed with that, okay? So that's number 1. Number 2. Okay, you guys, this is so much information. I just had to break it up because we're almost at 10 minutes. Be sure you check out Shecago Beauty Source. I'll see you in the next video really soon. I promise.